nerderotic.com.
Greetings, you over 1 million hellions and the 40% who haven't subscribed yet. In the immortal words of every woman who's ever lived, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Thus is the story of Alien Romulus, or Alien 1.5, the, ironically enough, mid-middle movie. And a year overloaded with prequels and sequels filled with cameos, key jangling, member berries, repurposed dialogue, repurposed scenes, repurposed characters, and derivative stories. There is Alien Romulus, which can be both a prequel and a sequel, which is distributed by Disney, who at their recent D23 conference announced more prequels and sequels. That most likely will be filled with cameos, key jangling, and member berries, repurposed dialogue, repurposed scenes, repurposed characters, and derivative storytelling. To be fair, Alien Romulus is not a prequel or a sequel. It's, and I quote, an interquel, a subcategory of midquel, taking place between the events of Alien and Aliens. That just so happens to be filled with a cameo, key jangling, member berries, repurposed dialogue, repurposed scenes, and derivative characters. This time, the xenomorphs are up against Gen Z in space. When I heard that, I was sold until I watched the film. It started out okay and then was completely destroyed by a bad ending.
Impact event in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Alien Romulama Ding Dong opens up with the ship running across the xenomorph from the first of the only 2 Alien films in deep space. What? Oh yeah, right next to the wreckage of the Nostromo, which was blown up in the first of the only 2 Alien films. The story centers around Rain Carradine, who we will call for the rest of this video Rip-Offly, who is an orphan on the planet Jackson Star and an employee of Weyland-Yutani, who screw her over and give her extra work hours after she was due to leave. After this, coincidentally enough, Rip-Offly and her synthetic brother Andy, who's in dire need of an update, are contacted by some of their fellow Gen Zers who hatched a plan to escape to another system with better living conditions. As far as the accurate depiction of Gen Z goes, you completely had me when they all want to quit their jobs, but the suspension of disbelief falls apart when the film says they actually work.
Got him!
Anywho, the plan is to steal a ship and then go after some cryo chambers on a nearby decommissioned space station for the 9-year trip. But it turns out poor Andy the synth was only brought along because he can speak Mother, and then he's gonna get left behind because they don't allow synths on the planet they're heading to. Our plucky Gen Zers managed to steal a spaceship and make it to the decommissioned base that's split into 2 parts, Remus and Romulus. After rebooting the system, which brought back online the gravity and, more importantly, the atmosphere, they find the cryo chambers pretty quickly, but there's one problem. They don't have enough cryo fuel, so now they have to go across the station to find some more, and that's where the problems begin. After being attacked by facehuggers after the system reboot, our plucky Gen Zers separate. Another lost opportunity to reach the modern audience. You didn't have one of these Gen Zers posting this attack on their version of TikTok or the Weyland-Yutani Slack. After losing their diverse Gen Z pilot when she gives birth to a xenomorph, something you surprisingly don't see a lot in this film, it's a race to survive while trying to avoid the facehuggers and the xenomorphs, find the cryo fuel, and do all this before the space station falls into the rings of Jackson's Hole. I'm sorry, Jackson Star. And it turns out this space station wasn't decommissioned at all. Everyone on board was killed. How did we find this out? In the now grand Hollywood tradition of, at the very least, questionable cameos of characters played by dead actors, including but not limited to Peter Cushing's Tarkin, Carrie Fisher's Leia, and Harold Ramis's Egon. We have the return and, in my opinion, the desecration of the late, great Ian Holm, may he rest in peace. Or in this case, we'll call him Team America's Ian Holm, playing Brooke, totally not Ash. In a movie that admittedly had pretty good effects, including some pretty good practical effects, this was embarrassing, forced, and unnecessary. I know you're playing with the time, but Lance Henriksen is still alive. And some might suggest bringing back Michael Fassbender, which would make more sense. Unfortunately, it wouldn't because there's only 2 Alien films. And what makes it worse is he's in a lot of the film, providing a series of info dumps. While there are a lot of references to the 2 Alien films, there's also references to other films, which doesn't make very much sense to me because there's only 2 Alien films. One of them, unfortunately, was Prometheus, and don't worry, there's one that's worse. Weyland-Yutani apparently was experimenting with fusing aspects of a xenomorph with a human to create the perfect human, which in truth is the perfect worker who can survive hostile environments. Far be it from me to point out that you already have that with the androids.
I prefer the term artificial person myself.
I prefer the term artificial person myself.
And after rebooting Andy, Matt Damon Ian Holm gives him a new primary function, which used to be protecting Rip-Offly, and now it's protecting the company. Now the only way to escape is to go back to Jackson's Hole, I'm sorry, Jackson Star, with the samples, because that's the only way Mother will let them back on the ship. Overall, the first 3/4 of Alien Romulus are fine. Very average, despite that cringe Matt Damon Ian Holm. The directing from Fede Alvarez was solid, so was the editing. The acting was fine. Most of the CG was pretty good, particularly the space station descending into the rings. Again, surprisingly, there was more facehuggers than xenomorphs, but I didn't have a problem with that. Some will say this is a return to Aliens' horror roots. I will say this is a return to what we've gotten since the release of the last Alien movie, Aliens. Up until a certain point, and we'll get to that. Aesthetically, they nailed it. The production design, the art direction, the xenomorphs, the costumes, the props, the technology, all stayed in line
razor's edge.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. "30 seconds until minions spawn.
There's nowhere to hide.
Minions have spawned.
Only fools pledge life to honor. This is no challenge. Enjoy the taste of steel.
Asakana once named.
I never compromise. Let's finish this. Don't cross me. Another body for the gutter. Allegiances mean nothing to me. They won't survive. This blade's my favorite.
Piercing winds!
There's nowhere to hide.
Come get me!
Pledge life to honor.
An enemy has been slain.
Never compromise. Let's finish this quickly.
Storm of blades.
Cross me.
Piercing winds.
Your allegiances mean nothing to me.
Carve the spirit.
An enemy has been slain. You have been slain.
They won't survive. On the razor's edge. There's nowhere to hide. Only fools.
Enemy has been slain. You have slain an enemy. Taking aim.
I never compromise. Let's finish this quickly. Don't cross me.
Storm of blades. Steel gale.
Pathetic. They won't survive. There's nowhere to hide.
Killing spree. An enemy has been slain. Double kill.
Only fools pledge life to honor. Never compromise. Their bones will wet my blade. Let's finish this quickly. Your allegiances mean nothing to me. They won't survive.
An ally has been slain. Rampage.
Razor's edge. There's nowhere to hide.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Only fools make life to honor.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Never compromise. Let's finish this quickly. Don't cross me.
An enemy has been slain.
Your allegiances mean nothing to me.
Killing spree. Your turret has been destroyed.
There's nowhere to hide.
Has been slain.
Look out! Come get me!
Only fools pledge life to honor.
Ally has been slain.
I never compromise. Let's finish this quickly.
An enemy has been slain. You have been slain. In my sights. Enemy rampage. Shut down.
Don't cross me. Your allegiances mean nothing to me.
Your turret has been destroyed.
They won't survive. On the razor's edge.
Taking aim. Immaculate.
There's nowhere to hide.
Come get me!
Enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
I never compromise. Let's finish this quickly. Don't cross me.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Allegiances mean nothing to me.
An ally has been slain.
They won't survive.
Killing spree. Your turret has been destroyed. Your team has destroyed a turret.
Only fools pledge life to honor. I never compromise. Let's finish this quickly. Don't cross me.
Calibrating double kill. Enemy killing spree.
Your allegiances mean nothing to me.
Look out!
Have been slain.
There's nowhere to hide.
You have slain an enemy.
Only fools pledge life to honor. I never compromise. Let's finish this quickly. Don't cross me.
Your team has destroyed a turret. Killing spree. Enemy killing spree. Shut down. Enemy double kill. Your team has destroyed a turret.
They won't survive.
Your turret has been destroyed.
On the razor's edge.
You have been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret. An enemy has been slain. Enemy killing spree. Has been slain.
I never compromise. Let's finish this quickly. Don't cross me.
You have slain an enemy. Enemy double kill. team has destroyed a turret.
Those will wet my blade.
An ally has been slain. Enemy double kill.
They won't survive. On the razor's edge. There's nowhere to hide.
Look out! Get right up!
To destroy.
Has been destroyed.
They reach. It's you they see.
Your inhibitor has been destroyed. An enemy is legendary. Your turret has been destroyed. An enemy has been slain. Ace.
Let's finish this quickly. Don't cross me. Your allegiances mean nothing to me.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. Your turret has been destroyed.
They won't survive.
In my sights. Don't die that I...
Your turret has been destroyed.
On the razor's edge. This blade's
You have been slain. Double kill. An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Steady.
An enemy has been slain.
There's nowhere to hide. Only fools pledge life to honor. I never compromise.
Impossible.
Shut down.
Let's finish this quickly. Don't cross me. Nothing to me.
Into my
They won't survive.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
exemplary.
An enemy has been slain. Your team has destroyed an inhibitor. has been slain.
Nowhere to hide.
An ally has been slain.
Pledge life to honor. I never compromise. Let's finish this quickly. Don't cross me. Enjoy the taste of steel.
Enemy rampage. Enemy double kill.
Step right up.
Your inhibitor has been destroyed.
Behold the horrors of the Isles.
Your inhibitor has been destroyed.
Come then. Don't blink.
Your allegiances mean nothing to me.
Calibrating. Enemy killing spree. Enemy double kill.
Another voice.
Unstoppable.
On the razor's edge.
Your turret has been destroyed. Your turret has been destroyed. A summoner has disconnected.
with the only 2 Alien films. Our plucky group of Gen Zers weren't terrible in this film. They were very serviceable victims to the xenomorph who I was rooting for by the end, with the exception of the one standout for me, Andy the synth. Not simp, synth. I like what they did when they essentially made him the special needs little brother, and then after the reboot turned him into the possible adversary and back. It definitely made him the most fleshed out human character in this. But then there's all the repurposed scenes and repurposed dialogue, including but not limited to,
You have my sympathies. But you have my sympathies.
Get away from her, you bitch!
Get away from her, you bitch.
and if Alien Romulus ended at roughly the 1 hour and 34-minute mark, things would have been fine. Unfortunately, it didn't. This brings us to the final act, where they went full Prometheus, Resurrection, and Retard. One of our plucky Gen Zers was pregnant. Now, she was caught by a xenomorph and put into a cocoon, but she wasn't a host. She's freed by Ripoffly and her brother, but grievously wounded. So, when she's sent back to the ship to go straight to a cryo chamber to recover from her wounds, instead she shoots herself up with xenomorph juice. To make a long story short, she gives birth to a half-human, half-xenomorph baby, which grows into a full adult within a couple of minutes that looks more like Tweaker Alien, who eventually eats her. Now, there were a lot of people in the theater enjoying this and probably being annoyed at my laughing. And wouldn't you know, they kill Tweaker Alien by tossing him out an airlock and then repurposing a line of dialogue from one of the only 2 Alien films. And the third act took what was at best a blandly competent film and drove it right off a cliff. Keeping in mind that was worse than the good part of Alien Ramalama Ding Dong when they were rolling with the concept that
Somehow the xenomorph returned.
What?
from the first of the only 2 Alien films floating in the void of deep space near pieces of the Nostromo that were atomized by a nuclear explosion. And yes, they really wanted you to know it was that xenomorph.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills!
This is where there might be some unintentional meta commentary, because this movie extracts the goo from the only 2 Alien films and mutates and dilutes the rest of the franchise, leaving the door open for more interquels like Alien 1.25 or Alien 1.75. One of the best descriptions I've heard comes from our good friend Robert Meyer Burnett. Remember, authenticity is the currency of the future. When he said, and I'll paraphrase, Alien as a franchise is that band that you love that's decades past its prime, allowing a bunch of mid-level bands to do a poorly produced tribute album of their greatest hits. And yes, the same could be said for all of Hollywood right now. So you can get the aesthetics right all day long, but without any meaning to your story or characters, it's just another piece of soulless content. And on that, at the very least, questionable return of characters played by dead actors, remember that strike from last year when the Film Actors Guild said the AI boogeyman was going to take all their jobs, when in truth it was about the control of AI, and now all the adult pretenders are rushing out to sign off their likenesses. And it won't be long until we get a movie with new music by Prince and David Bowie, directed by Stanley Kubrick, starring John Wayne, Humphrey Bogart, Clark Gable, John Belushi, Robin Williams, and Marilyn Monroe fighting xenomorphs. To be honest, I'd watch the hell out of that. Ultimately, Alien Romulus is a forgettable drop in the ocean of creative bankruptcy. Now, please repeat after me. There is only 1 Blade Runner film, to be fair with multiple cuts. There is only 1 Matrix film. There are only 2 Predator films. There are only 3 Indiana Jones films, and there are only 2 Alien films.
Nerderotic.com.
If you like what you heard, please like, share, and subscribe. If you didn't like what you heard, thank you for listening this long. I will see you in the next video.
These game activists can't seem to catch a break. I've talked about Rebecca Valentine a few times in the past. She's a writer for IGN who ran a complete slanderous hit piece against the makers of Black Myth Wukong, the studio of game science, saying that they're misogynistic and they're horrible people and this is some company that we shouldn't be supporting, and here's why. She's been completely debunked by an actual Chinese gamer YouTuber that took piece by piece the article written by Rebecca Valentine and destroyed it completely. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT. This video that was created by Faye meticulously goes through the IGN article debunking everything that Rebecca Valentine was trying to say slanderous about the studio of game science. Is game science the perfect studio out there that everyone should try to be like? No, obviously not, but that's not what I'm trying to say. The remarks they've made were edgy. I mean, you could even go so far as to say they were rude, but they weren't sexist or misogynistic, and that is a huge distinction to be making in all of this. And if you think that's bad, it's only the beginning.
Kijk, chocomel. Maar dan met 0% toegevoegde suiker en net zo lekker creamy. Voor alle eigen koersvaarders, de bewust bezig pioniers, de 100% genieters die er maar al te graag een eigen slinger aan geven. Heerlijk romig, 100% de enige echte, 0% suiker toegevoegd. Want het is all good when life gives you chocomel.
Hit that subscribe, give me a like, and check out SmashJT.com for the full exhaustive article going over with a fine-tooth comb this incredible video by Faye Fee.
There has been some commotion in the gaming community, especially due to issues involving IGN and Sweet Baby. I believe there will be more attempts to stir things up before and after Black Myth Wukong's release. For some reason, there seems to be a group of people who don't want to see the game's success.
Sometimes cultural misunderstandings can spiral into full-blown controversies because of ignorant reporting, or worse, on purpose trying to slander an organization for a reason, potentially up to and including trying to make them look as bad as possible because the company Game Science refused to sign on the dotted line with a company like Sweet Baby Inc., a consultancy firm, and because of that, the Nose Ring Mafia was out in full force to slander this company into the ground. And they thought, as in times past, it would work just like normal, but people are wising up to it.
Developers entered the gaming industry around 2008, and in 2000
nowhere to hide.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Only fools pledge life to honor.
"30 seconds until minions spawn. Minions have spawned.
Let's finish this quickly. Their bones were wet.
Well, look at you.
This was my favorite. I never compromise. Many foes, one slaughter. This is no challenge.
An ally has been slain.
On the razor's edge. They won't survive. Your allegiances mean nothing to me. Don't cross me. There's nowhere to hide.
You have slain an enemy.
Only fools pledge life to honor. Another body for the gunner. Let's finish this quickly. never compromise.
An ally has been slain.
On the razor's edge.
An enemy has been slain.
Didn't do that.
They won't survive.
An enemy has been slain.
Did you miss it?
Don't cross me. There's nowhere to hide. Only fools pledge life to honor.
An ally has been slain.
Let's finish this quickly.
You.
Pathetic.
An ally has been slain. You have slain an enemy.
On the razor's edge. They won't survive. Nothing to me.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Don't cross me.
Killing spree. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Enemy killing spree.
The taste of steel.
Shut down.
There's nowhere to hide. Fools pledge life to honor.
An ally has been slain.
I'm
Let's
dancing,
finish this
happy.
I never compromise.
An enemy has been slain.
On the razor's edge.
An ally has been slain.
Keep fighting!
Enemy double kill. You have slain an enemy.
They won't survive.
Don't even think about it. Bring it down.
My fate, mind and body.
Seriously?
Your allegiances mean nothing to me.
In my sights. I never miss.
Don't cross me.
An enemy has been slain.
There's nowhere to hide. Only fools.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Enemy rampage. An enemy has been slain.
I never compromise.
Coming inside.
On the razor's edge.
Your turret has been destroyed.
They won't survive. Allegiances mean nothing to me.
An enemy has been slain.
I wouldn't do that.
Another body for the gutter. This is no challenge.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Did you miss it? Don't
Shut down. An enemy is unstoppable.
There's nowhere to hide. You fools pledge life to honor. Let's finish this quickly. I'm meditating. Never compromise.
You have slain an enemy. Your turret has been destroyed. An enemy has been slain. Double kill. You have been slain.
They won't survive.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Your allegiances mean nothing to me.
An enemy has been slain.
Don't cross me.
Enemy killing spree.
There's nowhere to
Shut down. Ally has been slain. has destroyed a turret.
Boom. Headshot.
Only fools pledge life to honor. Pathetic.
An ally has been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret. An ally has been slain.
Let's finish this quickly.
An ally has been slain. You have slain an enemy. You have been slain.
I never compromise.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
On the razor's edge.
Many foes once.
Your turret has been destroyed.
They won't survive.
You have slain an enemy. Enemy killing spree.
Your allegiances mean nothing to me. Don't cross me.
An ally has been slain.
Nowhere to hide.
An enemy has been slain.
Only fools pledge life to honor. Let's finish this quickly.
An ally has been slain.
On the razor's edge.
Shut down. An ally has been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret. An enemy has been slain. Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
Your allegiances mean nothing to me. Their bones will wet my blade. Don't cross me.
An enemy has been slain.
There's nowhere to hide. Only fools pledge life to honor.
Okay. As expected.
An ally has been slain.
Let's finish this quickly.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Bring it down.
An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain.
On the razor's edge.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Survive.
An ally has been slain.
Your allegiances mean nothing to me. Don't cross me. Did you miss it?
Quadra kill.
There's nowhere to hide.
An enemy is unstoppable.
Only fools pledge life to honor. Let's finish this quickly.
Shut
never
down.
compromise.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain.
They won't survive.
Down. You have been slain. Killing spree.
Your allegiances mean nothing to me.
Your turret has been destroyed. Enemy rampage. Shut down.
Only fools pledge life to honor. Let's finish this quickly. I never compromise. On the razor's edge.
Double kill.
Your allegiances mean nothing to me.
Your team has destroyed a turret. Unstoppable.
Don't
Executed.
cross me.
Your team has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed an inhibitor. Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
There's nowhere to hide.
Your team has destroyed a turret. An ally has been slain. Dominating. Shut down.
Only fools pledge life to honor. Let's finish this quickly. I never compromise. On the razor's edge. They won't survive.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Your allegiances mean nothing to me.
Killing spree. Where's the path? An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain. Double kill. Your team has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
Don't cross me.
An ally has been slain.
There's nowhere to hide.
Nope.
You have slain an enemy.
Let's finish this quickly.
An enemy has been slain.
I never compromise. Keep up.
An enemy has been slain.
On the razor's edge. They won't survive.
Enemy double kill.
Man. Seriously?
Pay no attention to the trap.
Your allegiances mean nothing to me. Don't cross me.
Calibrating.
Your inhibitor has been destroyed.
There's nowhere to hide.
An ally has been slain.
Only fools pledge life to honor.
Shut down. Double kill. Enemy double kill. Your turret has been destroyed. Shut down.
Let's finish this quickly.
Has been slain.
I never compromise. On the road. They won't survive. Your allegiances mean nothing to me.
An ally has been slain.
Don't cross me. There's nowhere to hide. Pledge life to honor.
An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Let's finish this quickly.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
I never compromise.
Your inhibitor has been destroyed. You have slain an enemy.
On the razor's edge. They won't survive. Your allegiances mean nothing to me.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
There's nowhere to hide.
Been slain.
On to the next case.
Your inhibitor has been destroyed.
Let's finish this quickly. I never compromise.
An ally has been slain.
On the razor's edge. Your allegiances mean nothing to me.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
There's nowhere to hide.
Your team has destroyed an inhibitor. Your team has destroyed a turret. Victory!
2013, they developed a game called 斗战神 at the internet giant Tencent, which was also related to the Journey to the West story.
The IGN article written by Rebecca Valentine about Game Science's highly anticipated title Black Myth Wukong failed this basic standard of journalistic integrity. Shocker, I know, leading to potentially severe repercussions for the relatively young Chinese studio. Now, as pointed out in the video by Fei Fi here, this is not the first game made by Black Myth Wukong's creator, Game Science, but it is the first major title. Previous to this, there were a couple mobile games that they worked on, but this game is their baby, their biggest project to date, and it looks by all accounts to be incredible.
The development team was just a reflection of the Chinese game development industry. However, I didn't think this was a problem because the female gamer community wasn't very large at the time. Both female developers and gamers were relatively few, with a male-to-female ratio of about 7:3. Even among the excellent games I mentioned earlier, there weren't many female players. I remember that female gamers only started to get attention around 2015.
Thanks to Chinese YouTuber Fei Fi, we now have a clear understanding of just how wrong IGN got it. And boy, is this telling. Rebecca Valentine's hit piece took aim at Game Science, accusing them of being sexist and misogynistic based on clearly mistranslated and misinterpreted statements from the studio. This narrative was quickly amplified across Western media, with many outlets eager to jump on the bandwagon without verifying any of the claims, without trying to do any research for themselves, without trying to see any of the info and facts and make sure they get it right. They all just reference IGN's hit piece saying, yeah, this studio is not one we can trust because they're a Chinese company and they're bad. If you don't believe me, look at what IGN said about them.
Imagine if World of Warcraft introduced a new race that looked like a Legolas and wore thick clothes, attracting many female players, and the male-to-female ratio shifted from 7:3 to 4:5:5. Then Blizzard would run an ad saying, "We have the largest number of female players. Come and pick your real wife." It's unbelievable. I came to play the game, but I ended up being treated as a game asset. This happened to the Chinese game industry and community. That article accused of saying we don't need female players was written in this context. The developers weren't saying they didn't need female players, but that they didn't need to do things to pander to women and then treat them as a resource to attract men who wanted to date.
This is how I will prove that I am worthy of the best guild. Who the hell did that?
What made this situation worse was that IGN's article was the only source cited.
This goes to Apple, this goes to the government, and I'm left with this. Oh, hi everyone, I'm Sam Tucker from Sam Time. Although today, I'm having a little bit of a sad time, because you may have heard recently that Apple will soon be forcing the crowdfunding website Patreon to use their in-app payment system exclusively on the iPhone, which basically means when people sign up to support the creators they love, because of the amazing content they're providing and their marvelous good looks, well, if they sign up through the Patreon app on the iPhone, then the richest company in the world will now be taking a third of that money as well, for themselves, which is more than what Patreon takes as a cut. And they made the app. Come on, Apple, it's one thing when you apply these Apple fees to the big guys, but now you're coming after the little guy. Well, all right, a little fat guy, but still, you get the point. I mean, I'm used to giving Apple a third of my money and at least getting like an iPad in exchange. But this time I get nothing. What kind of messed up Apple math is this? I mean, come on, Apple. You already got 100% of the money for the iPhone the person bought. You then don't get a third of everything they do on it. I mean, imagine if you drive to your bank and then all of a sudden, Mr. Toyota comes out and asks for 30% of your cash. Or imagine if you buy something online and now you have to give Edge a part of your money. Screw Edge. I'm not giving Edge any of my bills, Bill. Uh-oh, I just walked to the shops. Does that mean that Nike now gets one of my bananas? No, it's ridiculous. Get your dirty hands off our cash, Apple. In fact, I think Tim Cook put it best when he said,
"You have no place on our platforms."
That's right, Tim. What right do you have over my money? Now, I will admit that not only do I make money using Apple products, but also complaining about Apple products. And of the past 16 videos on the channel, only 9 of them have had anything to do with Apple. So technically, you should be taking closer to 50% of my money. But Google's already doing that. Apple's new FU to me and you. If you want to sign up to my Patreon, don't do it through Apple subscriptions, but click the link so you can do it through the browser and take on this.
live and die by the blade.
Let me get in there.
Heb jij een zakelijke lening nodig? Kelt biedt leningen aan van 1000 tot 500.000 euro.
Ever since its reveal in 2020, Black Myth Wukong has been an alluring project. The developer, Game Science, has been surprisingly open in comparison to other AAA developers, and the game's apparent ambitions, I feel, have been reinforced with each and every press release. It's a hero-focused action game, retelling the story of Journey to the West in a linear fashion, and it aims to be a graphical tour de force utilizing Unreal Engine's latest features. And not just standard Unreal. On PC, it is utilizing the NVIDIA branch of that engine to enable full ray tracing, as it is called, which holds the promise of an even more impressive graphical presentation. So in today's video covering that PC version, I will ask and answer the questions: have Game Science lived up to the graphical hype from that first trailer? How is the full RT implementation on PC? And lastly, what performance tips do I have for people who are going to play the game? So enough monkey business here, let's get right into it. Right when the game starts up, it is almost immediately apparent that Game Science has lived up to that original trailer and gone beyond it. The intro to this game seriously dazzles with the things you're seeing there. There are titanic, mythical beings lording over you, and the entire area is replete with unique volumetric rendering that is unfortunately kind of rare in the modern age. With each and every dash, staff swipe, and bit of movement, the main character and his nemesis distort and move the physical volume of fog that they find themselves in. Beyond Housemarque's Returnal and some legacy PhysX titles, real physicalized particles like this are an absolute rarity in games, and Game Science made sure to use this GPU-intensive effect in effective ways to add a mystical flourish to distinct game moments like this one, or specific character entrances. It is flashy for sure, but darn if it does not look amazing. Interesting particle effects such as these can be found throughout the game actually, often accentuating the combat, letting you know what an enemy is about to do, or it will reward you with some nice particles for successfully defeating an enemy. Sometimes particle effects can be tackily added on top of a game's presentation, looking a bit out of place, but here I feel in this game they are always well situated in the theme and in the environments you find yourself in. The areas you will move and play through in Black Myth Wukong are also an exceptional highlight in the game's presentation. And there are a number of technical components which bring these scenes together. The first of which is an Unreal Engine 5 hallmark, and that is Nanite. Due to Nanite, the ground, incidental detail, and architecture of the game shows off a very high level of geometric density. At average camera height and distance, you would be
Let's finish this quickly.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Your allegiances mean nothing to me.
30 seconds until minions spawn. Minions have spawned.
Don't cross me. Their bones will wet my blade. I never compromise. Enjoy the taste of steel. On the razor's edge. Only fools pledge life to honor. There's nowhere to hide. They won't survive. Let's finish this quickly. This is no challenge. Your allegiances mean nothing to me. Don't cross me.
First blood.
I I never compromise. On the razor's edge. Another body for the gutter.
You have been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Only fools pledge life to honor.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
There's nowhere to hide. They won't survive. Let's finish this quickly. Pathetic.
An enemy has been slain.
Your allegiances mean nothing to me. Don't cross me. I never compromise.
An enemy has been slain.
On the razor's edge. Only fools pledge life to honor.
An enemy has been slain.
There's nowhere to hide. They won't survive. allegiances mean nothing to me. Don't cross me.
You have slain an enemy.
I never compromise. Enjoy the taste of steel.
Enemy killing spree.
On the razor's edge.
An ally has been slain.
Only fools place life to honor. There's nowhere to hide.
An enemy has been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret.
They won't survive. Let's finish this quickly. Your allegiances mean nothing to me.
An enemy has been slain.
Don't cross me. I never compromise.
An ally has been slain.
On the razor's edge.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Only fools place life to honor. There's nowhere to hide.
Just wait.
They won't survive.
You have slain an enemy. An enemy has been slain. Your turret has been destroyed.
Your allegiances mean nothing to me.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Don't cross me.
An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain.
I never compromise. On the razor's edge. For the gutter. There's nowhere to hide.
You have been slain. An enemy has been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret.
They won't survive. Let's finish this quickly. nothing to me.
Rampage. An ally has been slain. Shut down. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
On the razor's edge. Only fools pledge life to honor. There's nowhere to hide. They won't survive. Let's finish this quickly. Your allegiances mean nothing to me.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Don't cross me. Pathetic. I never compromise. On the razor's edge.
An enemy has been slain. Double kill.
Pledge life to honor.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret.
There's nowhere to hide. This blade's my favorite. They won't survive. Let's finish this quickly.
An ally has been slain.
Your allegiances mean nothing to me. Ha ha ha!
You have slain an enemy. An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Your turret has been destroyed. Your team has destroyed an inhibitor. Your team has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
Only fools pledge life to honor. There's nowhere to hide. won't survive. Let's finish this quickly.
Destroyed a turret.
Your allegiances mean nothing.
You have been slain. An enemy has been slain. Double kill. Your team has destroyed a turret. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. Double kill. Your team has destroyed an inhibitor. Shut down.
I never compromise.
You have slain an enemy.
On the razor's edge. Only fools pledge life to honor. There's nowhere to hide. They won't survive.
An enemy has been slain. Killing spree. You have slain an enemy. Double kill. Executed. Victory!
Very troubled to find any geometric edges on almost any surface you can find in the game due to Nanite's automatic and ever-changing level of detail. Similarly, you will not often see intrusive pop-in due to that automated level of detail on almost any geometry in the game. So this game will tend to have a more solid look than you might see in other previous generation titles. That does not mean there is no pop-in though. Owing to the original Unreal Engine 5.0 vintage here, Nanite is not used on vegetation, rather noticeably, and it will have visible consequences. For one, you will see bushes, leaves, and other shrubbery like we see here, showcasing typical level of detail changes that games have had since, well, forever. The second negative aspect of vegetation not using Nanite is that the game forgoes virtual shadow maps. Virtual shadow maps are more expensive on non-Nanite geometry, and given how much of this game takes place in dense forest areas where most of the geometry on screen is probably going to be vegetation, well, I presume the developers here made a hard performance choice and chose not to use VSMs. As a result, without full RT on, you'll see a lot more shadow issues than you've seen in other UE5 titles. There's always a very distinct shadow cascade line you can see on shadows near the main character, and any shadows after a really close distance tend to heavily blob out or show other instabilities. I presume this will affect the PlayStation 5 version when that is analyzed, but at least on PC, if you have an ultra high-end PC, you can use the full RT option, and this uses full geometric ray tracing. That will get rid of the usual cascaded shadow map issues. Up close, you will no longer see that obvious cascade line in front of the character as he moves forward. And at a distance, shadows will not be universally blobby or prone to types of flicker. So there is a solution for shadow issues on PC, although it is a very expensive one, as I'll talk about later. In spite of those slight negative aspects in the presentation, Nanite is a great asset to the game's assets, and it is the foundation upon which the game's extremely dense environments are built. The glue holding the environmental detail together, though, is the ray tracing. Without using the full RT option, the game will utilize software Lumen on PC for diffuse global illumination and for specular reflections. With the full RT option on, there is a raster-based path tracing in use, which adds in a lot of extra lighting detail. A huge portion of the game takes place out of direct sunlight, in shadow, and thanks to Lumen or path tracing, all the craggy overhangs, shadowy corners, or sunlit entrances will look incredible. The indirect lighting detail is generally high and superb, and in a number of areas, I really can't imagine them physically working without ray tracing in use here. We have talked a lot about Lumen before on the channel, and this title, like other UE5 titles, is a big showcase for it. But how does full RT enhance this experience? When looking at diffuse lighting, that is the lighting on rough surfaces, there will be some core differences there. Since full RT uses high quality geometry instead of signed distance fields, it will often show off more fine detail in the local lighting. With software Lumen, as we can see here, smaller plants, bushes, or leaves are not represented in the tracing detail, and they're only captured in screen space. So they will often look a bit monotone in shading and look undershaded. With full RT, nearly all of that fine detailed geometry is being traced against, so you'll see fine shadowing there in indirectly lit areas, or small bounce lighting detail on plants, which make them better situated into their surroundings, and just looking higher fidelity in the end in comparison to the software Lumen path. If you were just running through the game at full pace, you might not notice such details, but if you take the time to breathe in these gorgeous environments, well then full RT is a great addition there. Another upgrade from full RT comes in the form of less overdarkening. Since signed distance fields are sort of blobby for sparse things like trees, they tend to over-obscure the light, giving some areas an overly dark look. With full RT, the greater accuracy means less over-darkening, so more skylight will come through, often brightening up those areas with per-pixel precision. Either that, or you'll see some more local sunlight bouncing around, like we can see here. The difference will be subtle though, and without side-by-sides, I doubt many people would know they're missing much with software Lumen. The biggest difference from full RT comes with specular lighting, or reflections as they're often called. On rough surfaces like stone, as we see here, the material is more accurately represented as the tracing is done with less simplifications, so you'll see more surface detail from that indirect lighting on any given rough surface. The biggest difference though will be found in the game's water, of which there's a lot of it. With software Lumen, an absolute majority of reflection detail on water is captured with SSR, so characters are not reflected as we can see here with this character, and also you'll notice that particles are disappearing in the reflection here when out of screen space. So anything that you will see out of screen space though will look very blobby and update slowly, as we can see here. That slight movement you can see in the reflection there is supposed to be the waterfall moving. Yeah, it's not too great looking. The biggest issue though with software Lumen from this is that anything that is obscured will have disocclusion issues. With the character jumping here, you see a large outline on the water surface from those areas where just SSR is failing, and it's constantly moving. With full RT on, it'll look to get rid of such issues. With the character jumping, as we can see here, there are absolutely zero issues when he obscures background detail. No disappearing reflections. And out of screen space, it's easy to see how the world reflected in that reflection is constantly updating per frame. Much more detailed, and it also includes things like particles. Nothing is missing from the reflections. This is a bit surprising to me since the game uses nanite, and reflecting details from nanite is a hard task. I've only found one instance where the geometry being traced against was misaligned with what was being reflected. This tree here in this game opening area. The smaller branches appear to be missing in the reflection, though curiously other instances of the same tree model I found did not have this issue. That is great, as it means the full RT option in this game in nearly all views will always look superior to software Lumen without any glaring areas of oversight or visual trade-off. For the keen-eyed among you, you may have already noticed the last larger lighting upgrade from full RT, and that is the upgrade from real-time ray-guided caustics. Any body of water in the game will show off a dynamic caustic effect, where light is redirected by the surface of the water, and you'll see it relighting the surrounding areas, like the rock above the water here. Or it will relight the area below the water surface, showing undulating patterns on the floor of the game's streams or ponds. This undulating pattern aligns with the water's surface deformation, so your character moving through it or interacting with it will cause the caustic presentation to change. It will morph and ripple just like the water surface above it. It absolutely elevates the water presentation in my eyes, and it makes a number of the boss fights, for example, look extra special, as all of their animations and yours cause these secondary effects in the environment due to those caustics moving around. The difference between software Lumen here will depend on how deep the pool of water is and how much shadowing there is. If a pool of water is shallow and well lit by the sun, like we see here, then the caustic effect will contribute a lot more lighting to the scene, which will dramatically change the water's surface versus the stock look. If the water is deep and in shadow, then the caustics will realistically be less apparent, and the water will look much more similar between the two different versions of the game. Either way, real-time caustic lighting is very rare to see in games, and I applaud the developers here for adding it in a way which enhances the presentation. It doesn't look very tacked on. There's a lot of water in this game too, so it elevates many areas of the game. Beyond bullet point engine tech features, there are a few other areas that Black Myth Wukong really excels in. Environmental interaction is one of them. It's often subtle yet effective. Each and every plant in the game will showcase nice shakes, sways, or rattles when characters collide with them. It's a small detail, but one that is greatly appreciated when you do notice it. Same with the bits of scenery destruction that is in there. You can find the genre-typical exploding pots here, but there are also some other details such as exploding pillars, or fences and handrails that fall apart when you walk by or interact with them.
Op zoek naar een nieuwe prepaid simkaart? Kies een simkaart van Simyo en ga voor een prepaid maandbundel.
Character rendering is another highlight in this game here, but once again, it's just kind of a nice bonus on top of an otherwise already gorgeous package. The designs are fantastical and rarely attempt to look human, but when combined with cinematic flourishes like depth of field, the characters can look breathtaking in the game's various cutscenes, which, by the way, there's actually not a whole lot of cutscenes in this game in my experience. Thankfully though, outside of cutscenes, enemy character models will have a similar, if not the same level of detail, with ultra high quality textures, geometry, and a heck of a lot of cool secondary animation, usually from particle effects or clumps of fur. As you can probably tell by my description, Black Myth Wukong is an incredible looking game on PC, and easily one of the best looking games that has come out this year. But that does not mean everything is perfect. Nanite is adding a lot of detail, but some textures are not always up to snuff. There could be some really high quality texture like we see on the left here, while the rock face on the right is noticeably stretched in lower quality. Another issue is that the game has a post-processing quirk that I do not like. It is over-sharpened, and this doesn't have to do with the game using DLSS or anything like that. The devs must be using Unreal's default sharpening somewhere in the pipeline here, and it is jacked up really high, so things that are flushed against a white background will have a noticeable outlined look to them. That sharpening also contributes to a general crunchy look in this game's visuals, and that is also exacerbated by the game's extensive use of temporal dithering. Hair looks dithered and aliased. Same
Never compromise.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. "30 seconds until minions spawn. Minions have spawned.
Only fools pledge life to honor. On the razor's edge. allegiances mean nothing to me. They won't survive. Let's finish this quickly.
First blood.
Nowhere to hide.
An enemy has been slain.
Don't cross me. I never compromise. Only fools make life to on the razor's edge.
An ally has been slain.
Your allegiances mean nothing to me. They won't survive. Let's finish this quickly. There's nowhere to hide.
An enemy has been slain.
I never compromise. Only fools pledge life to honor.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Their bones will wet my blade. the razor's edge.
An ally has been slain.
Your allegiances mean nothing to me. They won't survive. Let's finish this quickly. There's nowhere to hide.
An ally has been slain.
Don't cross me.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain.
I never compromise. Fools pledge life to honor.
An enemy has been slain.
Your allegiances mean nothing to me.
An enemy has been slain.
They won't survive.
An ally has been slain.
Let's finish this quickly.
An enemy has been slain.
There's nowhere to hide.
Has been slain.
I never compromise. Only fools pledge life to honor. On the razor's edge.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Double kill. Triple kill.
Your allegiances mean nothing to me. They won't survive. Let's finish this quickly. Nowhere to hide. Don't cross me.
An ally has been slain.
I never compromise.
An enemy has been slain. Rampage. Double kill. Your team has destroyed a turret.
Let's life to honor.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
On the razor's edge. Your allegiances mean nothing to me. They won't survive.
Shut down.
Let's finish this quickly.
An enemy has been slain. Enemy double kill. An ally has been slain.
There's nowhere to hide. Messy.
Your turret has been destroyed.
I never compromise.
An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Another body for the gunner.
Your team has destroyed a turret. Your turret has been destroyed.
Only fools pledge life to honor. On the razor's edge.
An enemy has been slain.
Your allegiances mean nothing to me.
An enemy has been slain.
They won't survive. Let's finish this quickly. Cross me.
An ally has been slain.
Only fools pledge
Your
life.
turret has been destroyed. You have slain an enemy.
On the razor's edge.
Enemy killing spree. Your turret has been destroyed.
They won't survive. Let's finish this quickly.
Shut down.
There's nowhere to hide.
An ally has been slain.
Don't
Enemy
cross
double kill. Has destroyed a turret. An enemy has been slain. Your turret has been destroyed.
Your allegiances mean nothing to me. They won't survive.
An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Let's finish this quickly. There's nowhere to hide. Don't cross me.
Yeah.
I never compromise.
You have slain an enemy. Shut down. Enemy double kill. Shut down. An enemy has been slain. Shut down.
Only fools pledge life to honor. Pathetic.
Shut down.
On the razor's edge. Your allegiances to me. The universe craves chaos.
An ally has been slain.
They won't survive. Let's finish this quickly. There's nowhere to hide.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret. An enemy. Enemy killing spree. Double kill. Ace. Slain.
On the razor's edge. Your allegiances mean nothing to me. They won't survive.
An ally has been slain. Enemy rampage.
Let's finish
Enemy
this quickly.
double kill. Your team has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed a turret.
Never falter.
An enemy has been slain.
Only fools pledge life to honor. On the razor's edge.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy is unstoppable.
Your allegiances mean nothing to me. They won't survive.
An ally has been slain.
Let's finish this quickly.
Never falter.
There's nowhere to hide.
Never falter.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. Has destroyed a turret. Enemy double kill.
I never compromise. Only fools pledge life to honor. On the razor's edge. Your allegiances mean nothing to me.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. Enemy triple kill. Enemy quadra kill.
They won't survive.
Your turret has been destroyed. Your inhibitor has been destroyed. Your inhibitor has been destroyed. Your turret has been destroyed.
Let's finish this quickly.
Your turret has been destroyed. Defeat.
Same with the game's motion blur. This then causes very obvious flickering around the main character, for example, as he moves. All of those aspects contribute to the game looking less stable in motion than it ought to. I would really like an option here to disable sharpening or run things at full resolution, non-dithered. But truly the biggest issue with Black Myth Wukong lies in its performance, and this is unfortunately typical Unreal stuff. Though not everything. I can happily report that the game on start has a